Online now, I've got a gentleman I've been hearing from him on a daily basis at this stage. He's from the Father Murphy's Camogie and Ladies Football Club, and they've been doing some Trojan work helping with the Irish elderly, Irish elders in order to raise some money for them, and doing extremely well. I'm very pleased to welcome along Larry O'Leary. Larry, how are you?
I'm fine, Gerry. Thank you. Nice to talk with you.
Same as that, Larry. I've been hearing from you every day. You're giving us the details of the fundraising.
Yes, and indeed, it's the Irish Elderly Advice Network. They're an amazing group of people, under the CEO of Sally Mulready and her daughter Nora, Margaret Geiger, and sadly Alice Kennedy, who has sadly passed away, was one of the early victims of the coronavirus. But they have, it's brought home to them how many Irish people there are, elderly Irish people there are in Greater London alone, and they have a database of 6,000, and they want to get in touch with every one of them, an 8-page newsletter, just explaining to them what they can get hold of, what benefits are there for them, what help is there should they need it, help with shopping, help with provisions, with hot meals, with medical advice. Everything like that is written down so as they can read over it, and it's accompanied by a lovely message from the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, and showing how much he is involved with the community and supporting their ventures. And my own club girls, they've been brilliant. They're just recording little messages saying how much they support them. And one of the girls actually came off night duty last night or early this morning, and she recorded a message to go on there. So it's everyone's giving their support, and it's a time when the community is coming together. And while some of us may be going up the walls at home, there are people like that every day, 365 days a year, who don't have people to talk to or don't have communication, and those are the people we want to get hold of and give them a phone call and say, how are you doing? And then with the newsletter telling them all they're available to. And the response has been amazing. I mean, apart from what has been raised in the crowdfunding thing, which at the moment stands at about 6,110. And then there's some offline donations have come in. So once that's put in, we're confident we will have reached the target, if not exceeded,
That is absolutely superb, and it just shows taking out the very, very best in people, and the support has been truly amazing. Because, 10,000 is a lot of money, Larry.
It is an awful lot of money, and there's so much going on at the moment, and so much, there's people who maybe are not getting the weekly or the monthly salary now, and and then when they are, there's so much else going on, and that they need to contribute to. But I think this is amazing. It really has touched people that that there are our older generation out there, and they're just in need of companionship and help and advice, and there's a helpline which they can call, and if they get into a desperate situation, but hopefully we can get to them before they do get into desperate situations.
Excellent.
It's amazing. Myself, I've called a few people, and it's been lovely. It's been as good for me as it has for them. They've been absolutely delighted to get a phone call, and I met people there who said they saw me play hurling badly, I must admit, but they saw me play hurling in New Eltham and early days at Ruislip, and it's just been great. You build up such a rapport with people, and I try to do so many people every week and call them back the next week, and you actually look forward to speaking to them,
Indeed.
Because not one of them say what do you want or anything like that. They're just so pleased to get a call,
Fabulous.
And I just does brings it home to me that it's not only probably in times of crisis like this that they're like that. it can be like that for them all the time. So it's just very good. It's great just to know that there is a very, very big Irish elderly community, and vulnerable, some of them here, and they must be looked after.
Indeed.
And, I must say our embassy, our ambassador Adrian O'Neill, and his staff, the community staff, Rory, Kira, and Rachel, they're so good too, that they're very hands-on. There's messages of sympathy to any family who's had a bereavement, and they're in the local Irish papers and on your own show, Gerry, and it's brilliant that they are so much at one with the whole community,
Indeed, very much so. And I think it must be pointed out that there are many members of the Father Murphy's Camogie and Ladies Football Club who are actually working on the front line.
Yes, we have about, I think, between 12 and 14 who are either nurses, some of them are pharmacists, physios, speech therapists, and all that, but they're all called in to deal with this crisis, and it's absolutely amazing. You try and send them a message just to make sure they're okay, and sometimes you don't hear from them for a few days, and but they come back and say they're fine, but it's just they're working so many hours, and
Indeed.
with people, other members of staff testing positive to the virus, they have to cover for people, and it's. I just hope when this is all over that the country realises what the national health is. It's not a charity. It's paid for by all of us, and it should be given priority.
Indeed.
When it comes to bonuses and wage cuts, I think they should just be. They should be getting it without question,
Indeed. So, Larry, listen, it's been lovely to speak with you, and well done to yourself, well done to the Father Murphy's Camogie and Ladies Football Club, and
lovely, Gerry.
Everyone involved at the Irish Elders, fantastic work, absolutely brilliant, and well done yourself on contacting people and doing all you possibly can.
Thank you, Gerry, and we'll just be delighted to get back on the camogie and football field again. That it'll be on through,
Well, believe it. Larry, listen, thanks a million for joining me. Great to speak to you again.
Thanks so much, Gerry, and thanks for all your promotion and for keeping people together and for getting through to people. It's absolutely brilliant, and I thank you so much for that.